Hello, everyone. Hello, ladies. I am going to do something different this March. It is Women's History Month, that we know, but we usually celebrate on the 8th, and then we forget about it. So today, I want to remind ourselves, all the ladies out there, I just want to remind you to say, women history has come a long way. From not owning properties in terms of people that live in Europe and other Western nations. It was a little bit different for us in Africa because our great-grandmothers, each of them was given a piece of land. When they were married, they were given a piece of land that they could grow groundnuts and round nuts, and sometimes rapoko, finger millet. So it was a little bit different for our grandmothers, and I will speak especially for Zimbabwe. Rainzi bindu rambuya kana kuti bindu ramai, where people would, where a family would not grow something that she was not willing to grow in that land. And when you think about feminism, don't only think about the extreme functions of feminism. Think more about equality in terms of policies and laws. Because when you talk of equality, there is never equality between genders or between one person from another. You can talk about equity, but that's a talk for another. That's a talk for another day. But I want to congratulate us for how far we have come, and to encourage you to understand your value. When you go out to pick a stone, I don't have any stone. I'm not wearing any stone today. But when you go out to pick out a stone, think about your value as a person. Before you pick a sapphire, before you pick a ruby, think about your value as a person. Your value is important. And I want to remind you as a woman that you are valuable. You are a treasure, and you are an inexhaustible treasure. You can never exhaust the amount of treasure that is in you, the amount of treasure that is in your mind, the amount of treasure that lays in your hands, the things that you can accomplish with your hands. You can never exhaust the amount of treasure of the things that you can do with your body. There are so many good things that you can do as a person. So you are valuable. Even if you don't feel like it, build your confidence and move away from inferiority, because inferiority comes by not understanding the value of who you are. And today, I just want to establish that as a woman, you are a voice of influence. You are a very powerful voice, a voice of influence in the lives of your children. From conception, you are the one that starts speaking to your child before anyone else can speak to them. So you're a great voice. And then you are a great voice when you are speaking to your child, when you are raising your child. You are a great voice when you name your child. Names are important because they tell us who we are. They tell us whether we are great or we are not. And I will say some Zimbabwean names here. When you think of names like Tendai, like Rutiendo, like Rudo, right? Those names mean something positive. Rudo is love, right? So when you name someone love, they will feel the love, they will become love, they will share love. When you name someone joy, there is no way they can miss joy in their lives. So women, you are great voices in shaping the world. You are great voices in influencing the men that are in your lives, from your sons to your brothers, fathers, husbands, uncles, you name it all. When you speak, they listen. And when you speak, if you speak with influence, you will get things done. And let me just diffuse the notion that femininity is weakness. Femininity is power. Meekness is simply the ability to carry power with control, with grace, with dignity. When a person has humility, great leaders have humility. The person that has humility is not a weak person. The person that has humility, they know who they are. They know how great they are. And they make a choice to interact with love, with care, and seeing the person that they are interacting with. Talk of great leaders. There are no great leaders that you can say, oh, they are a great leader, but they don't have humility. There's nothing like that. So there's no greatness for us women as well without humility. Because that says the essence of the person that you are. So when you think of femininity, femininity is power. It says, I am confident, I am beautiful, I am fabulous, I am sassy and sexy, and I know who I am. So I don't need drama to tell you who I am. When I walk in a room, femininity says I am somebody. The way I am dressed, the way I walk, the handbag I carry, it says I am somebody. Femininity, even with Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Lady, for making tough decisions, right? She was called the Iron Lady and being bold. But even in her boldness, she didn't shortchange the power of femininity. Margaret Thatcher would take the time to fix a broken button. Margaret Thatcher would take the time to put on her pearls. Girls, take your time to put in your pearls. And because she did that, even just by leaving her handbag on the table, that handbag would say, Margaret Thatcher is here. The fragrance you wear should say, you are here. I don't know what your name is, but I know the fragrance I wear says Madeline is here. So think about femininity in a different way. Think of Queen Elizabeth I and think of Queen Elizabeth II. What made them, and I'm using them as examples because they were known throughout the world. But think of their influence, think of their power, think of their grace and their femininity, in the sense that because of her femininity, Queen Elizabeth I was actually able to, I need to turn off my phone here. Queen Elizabeth was actually able to be underestimated by her foes. Because of her femininity, they would think she was not going to do anything. But because of her femininity, her instincts and timing, she would strike when the enemy when the enemy did not expect it. So she was timely because of her instincts in being feminine. These were not women that used their voices loud and on top of the mountains. No, They were graceful, yet powerful. They chose to be soft-spoken, yet decisive. Soft-spoken, yet assertive. You decide the way you want to use your voice. But the most effective voices are used with power. It's not so much in the loudness of your voice, in this speed of your voice, rate of your voice. It's so much in the tone of your voice. Effective people know how to use their vocal power and vocal expressions. And they use it so effectively that even a whisper will speak volumes. So, this month, think about what you are doing with your voice, what you are doing about your femininity, and what you are doing with your power of influence. That's the greatest power that we have as women, the power of influence. What are you doing with those three things? See you next month.